of the week, but 22 degrees for the overnight low tonight. So the morning drive, partly cloudy. It'll be a mix of sun and clouds through the day. Probably more clouds than we'll see the sun out, but at least winds lighter, around 5 to 10 miles per hour tomorrow. So high temperatures, looking at highs around the upper 20s, lower 30s tomorrow. But at least we are getting rid of the snow and the rain and all that's moving out. So we'll actually be dry for the next few days, and we'll see the sun slowly make a return, especially by Friday. But it's day to day. We'll see mostly cloudy tomorrow, fewer clouds by Thursday, and then even fewer clouds by Friday. And you know what? We're getting cold again. But how about the weekend? Look how we start off. 46 then again by Friday, and the sun's going to be out. And then Saturday into the 40s with a chance of some rain. And we'll be off and on rain potentially Saturday morning. So right now, it's cold, it's windy, we're warm, we're cold, we're warm, we're cold. We're going back to the cold now for a few days, but it's not going to be too bad as long as we're back into the 40s by Friday and Saturday. Joanne, back to you.
Sounds like the ice won't be safe for a while with just these little cold spurts. Kevin, thank you so much. There's a new law in place to hold back third graders who aren't reading at the grade level standard. Now, testing is already underway in Michigan's public schools, with results taking effect as soon as next year. And now Detroit's Matthew Smith explains the major impact that this law could have on students. Matt.
Well, educators really just want to see parents get more involved. That's actually why we're outside the Southfield Public Library on National Reading Day. But more ways that you can get involved, making sure you understand how this third grade reading bill will affect your student. This is actually a letter that was sent home by one school district in our area, really alerting parents of kindergartners that this is something that's going to travel with them for years. I've been speaking with people from the Michigan Education Association, and they were against this when it was a bill. Now that it's a law, they know they have to get on board. So one thing they want parents to do is make sure they do pay attention to what's happening from here on out.
We're going to follow up after our training session with focus groups of members. And what we hear, we're going to take back to the legislature and say, here, here, and here are areas that need to be fixed so that this law is effective in actually reaching the ultimate goal of students learning to read by the end of third grade.
The concern right now, is this too much testing compared to teaching? And what will the funding look like inside of schools? Now, right now, schools are beginning to test this school year, but the state has said they're looking at their testing and how they're running assessments with kids, and they're still tweaking things. So you can expect new guidelines for this law coming up in March. This is all very, very fresh. And this also isn't without controversy, because before the law became law, there were really questions about the bill form of this and the potential of holding kids back a year. The law now has workarounds that would allow superintendents to grant exemptions, but we still haven't seen how those will be used. The testing is important. It's happening right now, but the date to pay attention to is 2019 and 2020. That school year, that's when current kindergartners become third graders, and that's when students, they could be held back or retained, as some are calling it. It should be noted, statistics released by Michigan show that in the last 3 years, roughly a quarter of third grade students are not proficient in reading. So I'm breaking down all these statistics, what it means, and what we do know about this law and how it's being implemented right now. It's on our website right now at WXYZ.com. In Southfield, I'm Matthew Smith, the Now Detroit.
Matt, thank you. Next on the Now, prices might be going up for washing machines. We got the heads up today, and we'll get into why prices might be going up when the Now Detroit returns. But first, let's check in with Glenda Lewis for a look at what's ahead. Glenda.
Good afternoon to you, Joanne, and to all of you. And here are the big stories we're working on today for Action News at 5. Remains of a child found at a Flint cemetery. Investigators say they may have been there for 30 years. What else they found that may help them identify the body. And potholes, a problem that can cost you big, and they're worse than ever this year. Tonight, 7 Action News explores why they're a consistent issue in Michigan, and if there's a better solution to our crumbling roads. It's all minutes away on 7 Action News at 5. We hope to see you then.
A car hit by a truck doesn't stand a